Hi guys, so this is a recap for chapter 4, and this is basically about virtues and being on the quest for happiness. So this chapter begins by talking about how we as human beings are like pilgrims. So we are moving through this journey we all call life and are trying to find our happiness and satisfy our desires, but we are never able to quite do just that. So this is related to doing the same thing with God, and the Christian life is compared as being on a pilgrimage, but sometimes we lose sight of that and we stray from the path to another, and this is where virtues come into play and is what help us keep on track. So these virtues deal around developing our potential for excellence since we are fulfilled in goodness. Then we have the natural law, which is how God created us, so that by following these natural laws we can achieve what is good for us and work towards fulfillment through virtues. So the first major thing is understanding what are virtues and why we need them. So virtues are important because they are the way to achieve excellence. We need virtue of justice to be able to live well with others, and virtues are a way for us to develop in all the right ways. Now, the opposite of virtues is vices. So vices are what prevent happiness and turns us into beings that cannot enjoy or recognize the good in our lives. This strays us from our journey of life and leads us into a life of sorrow. Now, the reasons that virtues are important is because virtues are skills we need in life to be able to encounter anything that life throws at us. So as we all know, life won't be easy and we'll be put through hard times, but that is where particular virtues come to play. For example, the virtue of hope. So after losing a job, you have hope that you're able to get through and find another job. Or finding out you have an illness or cancer, you need the virtue of courage. So to be experts in goodness, it must become a habit. We gain virtues by practicing them over time. And in this book it says how it is like developing a talent, which I like that comparison. And also another quote I liked in the book was by Westberg, and it said, "Character determines actions, actions reveal character." And for Christians, virtues are a way of deepening their relationship with God. So there was also 3 major topics covering the book, and it was moral virtues are essential. So the first one is magnanimity, which I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it basically means to be a great soul or spirit. So this is all about striving to be the best in every way we can be for our lives, to count as something. And so a person who is like this, they set very, very high expectations, they set challenging goals, and they want to become or grow into their fullest potential. And the second essential moral virtue for life is courage. And courage is what allows us to be able to move through challenges and to not let fear overcome us. And the third one is compassion. So to fully understand happiness, we must consider the suffering of others. This, though, does not mean that suffering is good. Instead, suffering only holds us back from happiness. But being able to take something negative and turn it into good by being there for people who are suffering is what compassion is all about. Then it goes on to say how there's 3 theological virtues, and it's faith, hope, and charity. Now, the way that these differ from the other 3 I just mentioned is because these virtues are given to us by God and cannot be acquired like the moral virtues. And also, all of these revolve around God. So yeah, this is a recap of chapter 4. I hope this helps.